Okay, today we are going to talk about recoding function. Recoding function is a very important function, and basically it serves for three main reasons. It serves for data simplification. We can basically collapse multiple categories into fewer categories, making the data more manageable and meaningful. Also, we can use the data recoding to transform the data. Basically, we can change the value of the variables to create a new variable or categorize them to analyze them. The last option, we can also use the recoding option to correct error or inconsistency in your data by doing the record function. Basically, there is two recoding methods you will find here. If you notice, we have recode into same variable and recode into different variable. Recode in the same variable, basically the changes of the value of the selected variable will directly change the variable in the system. We use this value or this option when we want to replace the existing value. And we should be careful when we use recode in the same variable. Anna Umar, I don't like at all to use recode in the same variable. Always I prefer to recode into different variable. Basically recode into different variable. What does this mean? This create a new variable with recorded value, leaving the original variable intact. So basically my original variable is intact, not touched, and we are creating a new variable. This is very important. Now let us move to the SPSS dataset to have some um, demo on how we use that recode into different variable. I will start by the first example here. In the first example, we have this data set, and in this data set, we have, as you can, the respondent basically they are answering one very dissatisfied, and two dissatisfied, three neutral, four satisfied, and five very satisfied. Imagine that we would like to collapse this theme to make them more meaningful. I will basically say that 1, 2, 3 is dissatisfied and 4, 5 is satisfied. What we can do, or what we have to do, we can go to transform, then recode into different variable. I mentioned that I like this option, recode into different variable. We have to select, right click here just to make them more clear for me. And here we have the input variable. So I select this one. Now here's the question mark, is asking me what you want to do with this variable. I will give, this is the output variable, how this variable will look like. So I will scale 1 recode. I will do the same. Now just please observe that this question mark will be changed after I click on the change. Now it is changed. And then if there is any rule that you would like to apply, basically the system will ask you what you need to do with the old and the new values or variable inside the variable. So basically here we have value. We said one is very dissatisfied. So I will keep one as one, two as one, three as one, then four as two, five as two. If you notice here the old value and here is the new value. Depending on the value, you can decide what the action or what the rule you want to apply. If we are talking about categorical values, as we mentioned before, that one is very satisfied to five satisfied, so we will use the value option. If we are talking about continuous data, this is what we will use with the age. So we can use one of those variables. So I will write continue and then okay. Now a new variable is created. Of course, this new variable need to be identified. So as we mentioned, one is this satisfied, for example, and two is satisfied. And then add, okay. Now we have this variable here, the new variable, and basic, sorry, and it's just telling me which variable is satisfied and what is the participant who dissatisfied. We basically simplified our data and collapsed our data. In another example, imagine that we would like basically to change the age. Here we have the age, and we would like to divide the age into two categories, young and old. This kind of categorization often is used in research analysis if we want to compare different age group. So basically here we will divide the participant to young and old. So we have this age variable. Just in a quick look, if I sort them ascending, we will take the 30 as a cut-off point. We will take the 30 as a cut-off point. So again, transform. I will recode into different variable. Of course, I have to do reset. Now I will choose the age. Now again, the system will ask me what you need to do with the age. I will make age cat, which means category, age cat. Be careful, you need to click on the change button. Now it change age to cat. Now we go to the rules, old and new values. Here we are not talking about values. Of course, you can write 27 is 1, 28 is 1, 30 is 1, but this is very difficult. So we need to work on range. We decided that 27, 30 is the young age, old, and all other values here, I will make them 2, add, continue, again, okay. A new variable is created here. If we come here, age cat, and basically we said that 1 is young, add, 2 is old, then add, okay, and again we have this new category called age categorization, and of course now we can distinguish, or we can compare between the young and old age. The last example, which is a little bit more complex example, I will take this example here. I have this survey. Sometimes we use recoding to basically mark a survey. So there is certain surveys, especially knowledge survey questionnaires, that we ask questions and we would like to calculate the correct scores. In this example, this survey is about HIV, and we would like to test the knowledge. Imagine that this is 3 questions. The right answer is the first 2 question is the right answer is the true, and the third question, the right answer is the false. Now we need to calculate the score. So we said the first 2 answers is true, the last answer is the false, the correct answer. So we will start them one by one. Transform, recode into different variable, display. Of course, I need to show you the values. Here 0 false, 1 true, 2 don't know. So basically the correct answer is true, the 1. And we need to give 0, 0 for the rest of the values. I will go to transform, recode into different values. Again, this one. So just I like always to HVK1. Correct. This is my way of coding, so you can use any other way of recoding. Old, we said according to here, basically 0 will stay 0, add 1 will stay 1 because it's the correct answer. Don't know will be 0 because if they don't know, they don't know. So add. And I will click continue and OK. So this is the first answer. So basically now 1 correct and 0 false. Okay, I will move to the second question. Same scenario, transform, recode into different variable. I will reset here and I will move to the second one. HVK2 correct. Change old, same story. So the false one will stay false, 0. The correct one is the correct one, and then don't know will be 0 as they don't know. And continue. Okay, so this is the new variable. Just to teach you this correct trick, copy and paste. So 0 is false, 1 is correct. Now the last one, which is a little bit tricky, that we said the false is the correct. So transform, recode into different variable, and I will reset. Take this one here, HIVK3 correct. Change. We said 0 is the correct one. 0 here is the one in the output, in the new value. Then the true deserve a 0 mark, and then don't know deserve a 0 mark. Add, continue. Okay, great. Now we need to calculate the final score. We did this before, but I will just remind you. I will go to transform. Sorry. I will go to transform, compute variable, and maybe I will write total. And then the first one plus the second one plus the third one, and OK. Now we have this total and we have this answers. For example, the first participant only got 2 out of 3. The fifth participant got only 1 out of 3. Thank you so much for your kind listening. Thank you.